Hey everyone, welcome to Motivational Mondays. Appreciate you're here. My name is Isaac. Just before we get into the video, I want to share with you a couple of things. First and foremost, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, down below, just click subscribe, and the notification bell simply gives you an opportunity to see the next video. So you don't want to miss out. That's the key of Motivational Mondays. Also, I would like to thank my audience who's actually participating and commenting. If you haven't commented below on this video, be sure to do so. Hit the like button, smash it there, so that way we can get this community going. And most importantly, just so you know, the reason why I'm doing this is because I have passion for people, and most importantly, the changes that are happening in my life. I would like to experience that and share that with others. Most importantly, the reason why I've done this is simply because other videos are out there. They are great motivational speakers, but they don't really take the time to share with you and the elements of what I experience on my own. So today's video, we're going to be talking about how to experience personal growth. So that's all right. Let's go jump right into it. How to experience personal growth. Number one. Number one, admit your mistakes. It's time to take ownership. In order for you to develop a personal growth as an individual, you need to realize that your mistakes are a learning process and you move on. Also, people need to start trusting in you and know that if they can give you something to hold on and to develop a task with that, then they have to trust in you, right? But you got to admit your mistakes. A lot of people don't do that simply because they think that they can slide under the carpet. No. Believe it or not, your true nails show the development as an individual. So in order for you to start trusting yourself, start believing in the mistakes that are wrong and do right, because it's going to help you in the long run to develop your characteristic personnel. And reason why I know this is because I've gone through these experiences, and I had to start thinking about how to do this on my own, because I want people to start trusting me. Everyone makes mistakes, but if you make these repetitive mistakes, you're not developing yourself to be a better person. All right. Free yourself from drama. The way the personal growth I've experienced, this is something that you can take it and develop the way you want to, but I'm just going to give you an example of what I really believe, that if you free yourself from drama, you'll see your personal growth flying through the roof, okay? You have high school friends, you have college friends, and these people are along with you through your journey, right? Some of those friends are always going to be the same people. They're never, ever going to change. Never. And these other people that you meet, new people, you find an interest and you see yourself in a positive mode and you want to grow. Those are the people I want to be with, right? So free yourself from all the drama, whether it be social media, would be probably family members. Sometimes, it can be dreadful, but you got to free yourself from the drama that's out there, okay? And the way I develop is I start eliminating people who are stopping me from growing and developing a personal growth for myself. Not taking this personal, for those of you who are out there, you got to realize that in order for you to grow, you have to move forward, and your buddy shouldn't be there. Your buddy needs to move on, and if he doesn't want to grow with you, then so be it, okay? So that's how I develop the uh, aspect of having to free myself from the drama. All right, refining your goal. So sometimes you may have a goal in maybe purchasing a car, a house, or maybe perhaps going back to school. So these are goals that you're going to refine. In other words, sometimes you have to realize that when you develop your goals, it has to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So what you're going to do is sit down, make a list, find out what works, what doesn't work. Even if it's buying a car, if you're buying a car and you don't have enough money, what ways can you eliminate expense and maybe put more towards savings? So those are the personal refined growth that I've done personally to develop that in myself. All right, this is pretty big for me, and that is ask for wisdom. It's not any damage to ask somebody who's an influencer in your life for wisdom. So there might be something you're going through and you're developing yourself as an individual, and it doesn't hurt to ask somebody. It could be your pastor from your church, or it could be a a good friend who's been with you during your personal growth. Because those are the friends you want to keep, right? People that's always going to be influential and years with you, and that's how I look at it. In order for me to develop, I always try to surround myself with people who are positive, who are making a difference in their life, and you can see that. So asking for wisdom is very, very contagious for me, and I always want to make room to develop my personal growth. So by sharing this with you today, it's very personable for me because I do this every single day. I make every effort to absorb information, be wise about it. All this comes with the mistakes that happen because mistakes are going to happen. But when you ask for wisdom, there are going to be ways to develop you as an individual. Believe me, I'm telling you this, I've experienced this. All right, finding your place. You ever been in the situation where you're in a conversation and it becomes heated and you're trying to control yourself as an individual? They might say something offending or whatever the case may be. You need to find your place. You need to slow your roll. You need to cool down. You need to move away from the conversation. Find your place as an individual. Don't become a statistic of an individual who can people start pointing to you about bad things about you, right? So that's the way I find myself in a situation that, okay, the conversation's over. I find my place. It's over with. Now I start moving on. Don't create the drama that's going to destroy your personal growth as a character. Have you ever rode a bicycle for the very first time with the training wheels, right? And you get in this bike, you're on their bike and you got the training wheels and you feel secure, and all of a sudden your parents say, "Okay, I think you're ready. We're going to take the training wheels off and you're going to ride on your own." You know what? It's like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. You know, believe in yourself. Take the training wheels off. Get on that bike and ride it. Ride it until you perfect these areas in your life. Personal development is going, like I said before, going through the mistakes, learning from it, but you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself because it's going to be something that you've never ever experienced before unless you give it a shot. Stop all the negative things that are keeping you away from building you and building your life to become a better person. I always like to keep a journal. Journal is something that, for me, going through a personal journey shows that your development through things you've experienced and now you've moved forward and looking forward to better things in life, right? So keeping a journal is basically a memory lane to say, hey, I remember I was going through this and now I'm able to share that with somebody based on your experience and the journal you've kept. And I believe that keeping a journal is part of your self development and part of your growth as an individual. So, experiencing this character of yourself, it's something that we all should do, right? Well, anyhow, most of us. Experience personal growth by exercising your willpower. Learn to say no, learn to say yes. This develops the person that you're dealing with, that you are an individual person who is truthful to themselves. So, by doing that, you develop this exercise that's going to help you in the long run. Discipline builds character. So, for me, as a personal growth, I know it's developed a different character of me. Everybody's noticed the difference. That's how you experience that. Experiencing my personal growth is through exercise, exercising my health. The way I've done that, I've paid attention to your body as an individual, making these changes. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever it is, you have to start making these changes for your personal growth. Most importantly, get on a bicycle, go hiking, find a gym, eat right. If you don't like to do any exercise, but if you're exercising your health and finding out exactly what you're putting in your body, then study it. Find out what works for your body because everybody's different. And I know that by past experience, certain things work for certain people. Okay. And for me, it goes the same way. So I may not be able to, do sit ups the way you do it, but most importantly, I'm finding a way to be healthy. So be healthy, find a way, and do it right for you. I always find out that attending church, and not only attending church, but being part of the church, serving on a team, develops personal growth. Even being in church, listening to the pastor, you grow. You start listening, you start developing ways to better yourself in life. That's a personal growth of mine. It helps me out. And let me encourage you to attend a church that gives you personal growth and a relationship. Last here, guys, be around positive influencers like your pastor, motivation speaker, or just your friends who are making differences in their life. Those are the ones that you need to follow. Thank you, everyone, for joining this edition of Motivational Mondays. Be sure to subscribe down below. Hit some comments there, like it, share it. I need to hear from you. I will respond. Believe me, just do it.